And you are welcome.
Thank you.
It's so good to have all of you here. Eric, how are you?
I'm fine.
And you? All of a sudden, you are just dear to my heart because you're Eric. That's my late father's name. I loved him so much. Wow. And so, yeah. But I'm glad to have all of you here. Becky, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Great. And your dance moves. Okay, I have to be coming for, Yeah. Do I call you doctor or Pastor Sir?
Both.
Dr. Pastor Sir.
Pastor Doctor.
Pastor Dr. Sir. All right. Good afternoon to you.
Afternoon.
And thank you so much for making time with us.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. But we're going to go straight into our conversation. Let me start off with you, Doctor. And when we say glaucoma, I'm sure it's a name that a lot of people might have heard. But beyond that, what really is it? What kind of condition is it?
Okay, glaucoma is a complex disease of the eye, which is associated with increased pressure inside the eye, which then leads to a damage of the nerve, which leaves the eye to the brain. And it goes on slowly without any symptoms at the beginning, and then it leads to irreversible blindness.
Okay.
So, and then when it comes to Ghana, for instance, we have the highest prevalence in Africa. Actually, in the whole world, Ghana is the second. So that means that if you take a percentage of the population and take those who have glaucoma, the whole world, Ghana, we have a lot of people who have glaucoma. So that is why we have to draw awareness to it so that every person, every Ghanaian who is 20 years plus must check his eye. Anybody can get it. So it's only by checking because it has no symptoms at the beginning.
Right. I was just going to ask, what really causes that? Is it a lifestyle? Is it by birth? What happens?
Okay, it is genetic. Yes, that means that you could be born with it, but it will not manifest itself until you are growing. And then it shows. Sometimes children could be born with glaucoma. When a child is born with glaucoma, you see that their eyes are big. So some people like big eyes. So if you see a child with big eyes, it may not be a nice eye. It could be that the child has glaucoma. We call it congenital glaucoma. Okay. And those ones have to be managed very early. Otherwise, before the child becomes 2 or 3 years, the child could be blind.
Okay, before I come back to you, because we need to know more about this. But Becky, I'm thinking, amongst all other things, why would you want to say that my foundation is going to take care or push the awareness, drive the attention to glaucoma? What does that push for you?
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you for having us here. And I want to use this platform. Unfortunately, we lost our glaucoma president, Mr. Abutiati. I want to use this platform to send our condolence, especially to the wife, Mrs. Abutiati, in this difficult time. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. Okay, so what inspired me, first of all, from God. The inspiration came from God. Apart from that also, I realized that a lot of people were very ignorant when it comes to glaucoma. Yeah. You see, the way we talk about breast cancer, much attention is not given to glaucoma. It is a neglected tropical disease. Right. So after I did my research, I realized that this disease needs much attention because people think they can see, so they are okay. So they don't pay attention to it. So I took it upon myself and my team, and I said, no, we need to go out there to create awareness about it. And that brought us here this afternoon.
Great. Yeah. Put your hands together. Being very thoughtful, say that, well, I'm here, I see a lot of people say all other things, but this and this is what I want to focus on. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
But we want to hear your story, Eric. We'd like you to share your story with us. When was the first time you realized that there was something wrong with your eye? What happened? Take us through it.
Okay, actually, it all started in 2013.
Okay.
I slept and I wake up. Then something just moved me to my mirror and I closed my right eye and I realized that my left eye was not seeing clearly. So I went for a checkup. That's where they told me that I had glaucoma. That was in 2013. So in 2014-15, I lost the left one, totally gone blind. So 2016 and 2017, and the right one also went off.
Now I'm wondering, what was your thought process? A man who sees clearly, you wake up one morning and your left eye is totally blind, almost blind, and you're told this is your condition, and the next one just goes. How do you feel? What was the feeling from that time? And take us through it, that time till the process of you accepting that this is what my life has become now. What was it for you?
Actually, from the beginning, it was hard because as at that time, I don't know anything about glaucoma. So when it happened like that, I began to make research into it. But, when frustration set in, you begin to hear different voices from left and right. If you are not focused on the doctor that you are assigned to, you may be having different medicine all over. That will amount the pressure to go high more and will damage your eye, the activeness within a short period of time. But when you are focused on your doctor, maybe he or she can manage your pressure in a certain way so you can't lose your vision. But at that time, it was very difficult for me to accept it. So I was going from one hospital, one herbal house with another, churches and here and there. So all those things amount to the pressure to I have to go off in a very short period of time.
I don't know. This is really sad because I don't know how you've been able to go through this. But Becky, I want you to also share the story. How did you meet Eric, and what has been the story between you and Eric?
Okay, I think it was through a TV interview, and he saw and he called.
Okay.
And he shared his story to me. And ever since, we built a very good relationship. So I told him, even if it's already gone, you still have a future ahead of you. And Eric is so talented. We even have a skit we even did. If there was time, they would have played it for you to see. So since then, we have been putting him on eye drops, always checking up on him because he needs to be monitored. Yeah, even though it is gone, it has to do with the pressure, as he was saying. So we have to be monitoring you so that we'll manage the pressure for you. So that's how we have been managing him. And he's now part of the family. To the glory of God, he has enrolled himself to the university.
Great,
Yes.
great. That's nice. Okay, but you made mention of eye drops, and I'm going to ask Doc. You had already said that it could be inherited through blood or by birth. How do you manage? But first of all, is there a way you can prevent yourself from getting glaucoma?
No, you cannot prevent yourself from getting glaucoma. Because like I say, it's hereditary. So we have what you call primary glaucoma, that is the hereditary one. And then if you have injury to your eye too, you could get what we call secondary glaucoma. That one you could prevent it. And then there are some types of eye drops that when you use for a long time can also give you glaucoma. Those ones we call them secondary glaucoma. So those ones you can prevent them. But the primary glaucoma, which is hereditary, that means that you are born with it, you cannot prevent it. But you can prevent it from making your eye blind. So if you're a Ghanaian, so that's why we are making...
No, Doc, hold on. You're saying you can prevent it by getting your eyes blind, getting your eyes blind?
You can prevent it from making your eye blind.
Okay.
Now, when you are diagnosed with glaucoma, it does not mean automatically you are going to become blind.
Okay.
And that's what many don't understand. If you are diagnosed with glaucoma and you are diagnosed early and you are treated, just like Eric said, it is because when he was diagnosed, he was frustrated. He didn't stay with the clinic he went to. So he left that clinic and started going to different places. People were giving him all kinds of advice. He went to herbal, to some prayer camp and blah, blah, blah. All this time, you are wasting time. The pressure is high on the eye. The nerve is getting damaged. But if you are detected early and you are treated rightly, you could keep your vision till God calls you. So being diagnosed with glaucoma is not a sentence to blindness.
Okay.
Yes. So when you are diagnosed with glaucoma, the first line of treatment is to use eye drops to reduce the pressure.
Okay.
Now, if the eye drops reduce the pressure, then you keep your vision. For some people, one eye drop may reduce the pressure. Others may need 2 types of eye drops. Some may need even 3. But by the time you are getting to 3 eye drops to control your pressure, then you will need surgery. We also do surgery for glaucoma. I know that some people out there have heard all kinds of things. If you do surgery for glaucoma, you become blind. It's not true. We do surgery for glaucoma when the drops cannot control the pressure because the pressure is damaging the nerve. And if you are using the drop and the drop is not controlling the pressure, then you are just wasting your time. So all that we do It's like a tap that you have put a balloon on it.
Okay.
So if you open the tap, the water will come into the balloon become bigger and to burst. If you want the balloon to burst, you can make small holes on it. Said that the excess water which would have burst the balloon will be seeping out slowly. So that's what we do. We create a hole on the eye so that the excess water will be seeping out slowly. And when you do glaucoma surgery and the pressure comes down, you keep your vision. But does that not also mean that you should not go for checkup again? Once you have glaucoma, it's a lifetime checkup, because if you create the hole, sometimes the hole can close again. So when the hole closes, thank God the eye is round, you can create another hole at another place.
Okay. But talking about pressure, I'm just thinking, in fact, I've actually had conversation about glaucoma with a couple of friends where, it came up that high blood pressure could cause glaucoma.
It's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true. So it's rather unfortunate that I had some sketch which I didn't give up, but what happens is that the front part of the eye, there's something that we call a ciliary body. Now, when you say pressure on the eye, we're not talking of your blood pressure affecting your eye. The eye itself has a system of nourishment. And then the front part of the eye, there's something that we call a ciliary body. It produces water from the back of the eye. The water comes in front and nourishes the tissues which are there, the black part of the eye. And then it seeps out somewhere.
Okay.
If you are born with glaucoma, what happens is that as you are growing, where the water will pass to go out, that place begins to block slowly. So it means that the water is coming, but it's not going out quickly.
Okay.
So because it's coming, it's not going out quickly, and the eye is enclosed, there's no space to go anywhere. That pressure is generated from the front part of the eye. It pushes on the next structure, and the next structure pushes. The next structure is the lens. The lens will push on the next structure, we call it vitreous, and that one will finally push on the nerve. It's like people are standing here, and you start pushing from the front here. The first person to fall will be who? The one at the back.
Yeah.
So the nerve is at the back of the eye. So when the pressure starts pushing from the front, it finally affects the nerve. Unfortunately, when the nerve cells are dying, it's not painful. That's the only part of it.
That's why you don't see any...
You don't feel anything, no pain, no itching. And having glaucoma too has nothing to do with whether you wear glasses or you don't wear glasses. For example, say, in my family, nobody wears glasses, we are all fine. No. The only way you can know whether you have glaucoma or not is by checking.
Right.
And it is only when you check and you are diagnosed with it that you'll be treated and you can maintain your vision.
Right. Eric, you might want to tell us, were you told what caused you losing your sight?
Actually, no, I was not told, because like the way they explain, it's a silent thief of the eye. It doesn't show you any sign. But during my observations, the things that I was going through at that time, that makes me that, oh, the signs are actually there. It's just that you don't know that they are the signs that were there. When at that time I was driving, so when you are driving and it's drizzling or it's raining, when you see the other lights coming, you see a rainbow sign around them. Those are one of the signs. And you come out from your room, maybe in the afternoon, the sun is very hot, and you come out from your room and you feel a little dizziness in your eye, like your eye went a little bit off.
Hey!
Then,
So, as he's saying, seeing rainbow colors is already at the end of we are getting to the end of the tunnel.
Wow!
The rainbow colors is getting to the end, not the beginning.
I have to go and check my eye.
Yes.
The rainbow colors is getting to the end. By the time you are seeing rainbow colors, your pressure is around 50. Now, normal pressure is between 10 and 22. So if you have the glaucoma for a long time, you don't know about it. And so this is a picture on the screen showing all the nerve is damaged. So by the time you are seeing rainbow colors, you're already getting to the end. That's not a symptom. It's a symptom at the end. So the beginning, no symptom.
Right. Eric, you mentioned that you realized that there were certain things you were seeing that was making you feel that those could have been the symptoms.
Yes.
But prior to that, were you spending too many hours behind screens?
Not really. It's not really.
So like in a day, how many hours were you sitting behind a screen? Can you remember?
I can't tell. At times I don't, because I was told that I should stay away from screens or phones or all those things to manage my eye. But, you know, like I said, if you are using different types of drugs and you are not paying attention to the eye, it all amounts to all these things. So I was not really paying attention to those things.
I see. Doc, is screen time one factor?
No.
It's not. So I
Has
can
nothing.
sit. So for instance, in the office, you're always behind your screen and you're there throughout till you probably take a break for lunch or something. That cannot cause you to have
No.
glaucoma.
Glaucoma, like I say, is hereditary. You are born with it. As you are growing, you have to just check your eye. Nothing from outside. Like I said, it's only some types of drugs, we call them steroid eye drops, that when you use for a long time, they can cause secondary glaucoma. But glaucoma has nothing to do with screen time. It has nothing to do with whether you... Somebody say, I
Eat Gary, yes. In secondary school, I used to hear that a lot. Someone says when I eat Gary, it affects my eye.
No, it has nothing to do with the food you eat.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with whether you wear spectacles or not. Yes. So it has nothing to do with anything. No symptom. So the best thing is, as a Ghanaian, by the time you are 20 years old, you have to check your eye. That's all. And when you check your eye, and when you have a relative who has glaucoma, then you stand a higher chance of getting glaucoma because it runs in the blood.
Okay.
And so sometimes some people are diagnosed with glaucoma, they say, oh, by my family, nobody has glaucoma. It's not true. The reason being that maybe your father passed on, and at the time when he passed on, glaucoma had not made him blind. So nobody would know that he had a problem, but he had glaucoma. And some people, like we say in a local language, some people are very headstrong. So when you can wake up and find out one eye is gone, but it doesn't bother him. So look how you can see with the other one, life must go on. Hey, you don't check.
Yeah.
So sometimes people do come to the clinic, they are blind on one eye already, and the other one is very advanced. Then you ask them, my friend, what happened? When the first one went, it didn't bother you. You say, oh no, so long as this one was okay, it's fine.
But is it possible to have your left eye affected and right controlled? Like, can it not connect to the left? Can it not affect it?
No, when you have glaucoma, it usually affects both eyes at the same time, but the severity may be different.
Okay.
One eye, God is gracious and merciful. If you wake up and both eyes have the same and they know it's gone. But at least there's if one eye is gone, do something about the eye. And so most of the time, glaucoma affects both eyes at the same time, but one eye could be more severe than the other. So the severe one will go first. And you find out that, like he said, when he woke up one day, he found out that closing the right eye, the left could not see well. Even I, as a student in Germany, I diagnosed a whole professor, university professor, with glaucoma. Because I was a student, I thought maybe I was not checking the pressure well. By a whole professor, he was blind, completely blind in one eye. And the other eye, normal pressure is between 10 and 22. His pressure on the better eye was 50. And I asked, Prof, even in an advanced country, Germany, yes, because he's a professor, he's reading all the time. So why he just goes, he doesn't go for checkup. You know, they have a system where you can go for checkup. But by professor, he wants to read. So he just goes to the roadside, gets a reading glass, he puts this on, he's fine. Doesn't go for checkup. And when one eye was gone, he didn't actually know. It was only one day he woke up and something had fallen on his better eye. So when he was feeling pain and he was trying to get into the mirror to check, when he closed this one, he saw that, Charlie, where dodge, that's it. That's when he came to the clinic and we found that one eye was gone, pressure was 50. And that's when we started treating him. So glaucoma, no symptom. And it doesn't matter who you are, whether you are a professor, no. Everybody must check. That's the only way.
And Eric mentioned that he was using different drugs. How does that affect the condition as well?
Okay, so all that we try to do is to reduce the pressure on the eye. We start with drops. Now, the drops have different classes and different ways of trying to reduce the pressure. So we have, like I told you, there's something at the back, ciliary body, which produces the water to feed the eye. And and the water is not able to go out well. So it's all about water being produced, flowing, and not going out well. So if you want to affect how this water will reduce the pressure, then the first thing is that there are drugs which control the production so that the water is not produced plenty. Then there are drugs which also help in the outflow. So sometimes it opens some extra channels for the water to flow out quickly. So all the drugs, there are different drugs with different mechanisms of action. So some reduce the water production, some help it to flow faster, and some try to open more passage for the water to flow. That's why we have then different types of drugs.
I see, but is it always necessary for surgery, or that's the last resort?
It's not the last resort. Surgery can sometimes be the first resort.
Okay.
This is because the glaucoma drops are not easily available and are expensive.
Okay.
So if you cannot, now when you have glaucoma, the treatment is for a lifetime. You have to be treated till God calls you. I always tell people, you have to use these drops till God calls you. So if you are not well employed and you don't have money to buy it every time, then we have to go for surgery. Because sometimes we go out in the village or someone comes to us and is from a village where you know that he will not get the drops to use. If you just give him a bottle of the drop and he goes, that's the end of the eye. Because the next time he comes, you can be sure that he's blind. So for such a person, first line of treatment is surgery. Yes, because when he goes, he will not get the drops to use and he will come back blind. So although his glaucoma may not be advanced, that's why. So glaucoma treatments belongs in the hand of what we call the eye doctor. We have different types of people who work on the eye. We have the ophthalmologists. Ophthalmologist is a medical doctor who has gone to school and now has specialized in taking care of eye diseases. Then we have optometrists, we have ophthalmic nurses, and then we have opticians.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the ways why glaucoma the blindness of glaucoma is increasing is also mismanagement. Because if you don't go to the correct person, like Eric said, he was going to the correct clinic. I spoke to him before we came here. He said he was going to Manuel Eye Clinic. Then somebody confused him that, oh, there's a herbalist somewhere, there's this somewhere, and there's that somewhere. And that's how. But I'm sure if he had stayed there, he would have taken care of him. So when the ophthalmologist then can make the decision, now there are some places which you go, a lot of places have been written with eye clinic. But the one there is not an ophthalmologist. If he's not an ophthalmologist, he's not the one to be treating your eyes. He could make the diagnosis, but he's supposed to send you to the one who will manage it well for you. But sometimes, freedom and justice, people keep people to just make them pay consultation and collect money. And then at the end of the day, the person becomes blind. So that is one of the ways where people are getting blind, because they are being mismanaged. So the ophthalmologist is the eye doctor, the one who is a medical doctor who has now specialized in treating eye diseases. Is the one, then when he sees you, he can make a decision and then collaborate with the others. There are people who have finished school, they are not ophthalmologists, optometrists, they have doctor title. If you go to their facility, everything you see with the ophthalmologist is also there. But it's not an eye doctor.
Okay.
He's not supposed to manage. He could make the diagnosis, but he's supposed to refer you so that you can be managed well. But if he keeps you, and then sometimes some of them can be kept for a long time, it's only when the person is getting blind that is referred.
Okay.
And with glaucoma, when you come and you are blind, it's medically irreversible. That which is gone is gone. So the onus is early detection, early treatments. And early detection means once you are 20 years and you are Ghanaian, go check your eye in an eye clinic with an ophthalmologist. The ophthalmic nurse, optometrists can all make the impression of glaucoma, but they have to send you to the ophthalmologist for further management.
Right. Becky, let me come to you. I'm wondering, did you have any personal encounter? Do you have any personal experience with glaucoma that made you decide that, I mean, apart from the fact that everybody else is not talking about it, what is the story?
Okay, so thanks for the question. I had the opportunity to go to the north, where I met a young girl. She was diagnosed with glaucoma. And the following day, when we came back to Accra, they told us the girl was blind. So I said, no, this thing is really serious. We need to pay attention to it. Apart from that also I find myself schooling at Wisconsin University, where I normally organize free glaucoma screenings for these students. And anytime we do the screening, the results keep saying glaucoma suspect, glaucoma suspect. So, so that's how my interest in it started.
Okay.
And as a foundation, as doctor is saying, early detection gives you the early treatment. So we said to ourselves, they will go out there, create the awareness to inform people about it. In the case of Eric, we don't want you sitting here today are privileged, you understand. We don't want you to get to the level of Eric. That is why Beck's Glaucoma Foundation Ghana is out there creating the awareness. So we want you to take this opportunity. Coming on the 30th of March is World Glaucoma Week. And we are organizing a glaucoma screening at Accra Accra College of Education.
Okay.
Atraco. So we want you to come and screen your eye here. We have the flyers here. We share it amongst yourself. Come and listen to what doctor said. There will be other speakers out there as well. And apart from that also, as a foundation, Ghana, as he said, Ghana is second. And in Africa, we are number 1. So as a foundation, currently we are embarking on a glaucoma outreach project, where we are visiting deprived communities. They don't have access to eye care facility. We did our first stop in the Central region. We went to the Volta region. So now our next stop is the Upper East region. So our dear Ghanaians listening to us, anyone who wants to support this great initiative, can contact us. Is it allowed for us to put our telephone numbers?
You can, but then we'll get to that. Before you leave, I'll have you do all of that.
All right.
But do you think that our digital lifestyle is one of the key reasons why you think that awareness for glaucoma should be hit more hard on? Because now everybody finds themselves on screen. It may not be that, like Doctor said, but we don't even check our eyes on a daily basis. What is it?
Thanks for the question again. Is our lifestyle, especially, as Eric was saying. You see, we Ghanaians, it's not even just we Ghanaians, we stress too much of spirituality. Yes, I'm a spiritual person. I believe in things, but when it comes to the eye, it's very, very sensitive. It's not everything that you have to attribute to spirituality. You understand? So instead of going to the hospital to go through the right procedure, then we are taking all sort of concoction, especially the herbs. The herb in its raw state is very acidic. And somebody will just put the herb right on her eye and it will go damage, which is not advisable. Apart from that also, we are ignorant. We think, oh, I can see, so I am okay. Then we leave the rest until something happens. I beg to differ. I have been in the field when doctor was saying that about the screen. It's a research I personally did. I realized that the screen is also a contributing factor. The reason why I'm so focused on the youth is 90% of them, every day, they're on their phone, on their PC, and that light radiation alone, my goodness, it gives a lot of pressure. So I engage those students a lot. And they keep telling me that whenever they use the screen, they develop headache. And I ask them, do you use a protective lens anytime you are making use of it? And they say no. So that's some of the ignorance I'm also talking about. And you see, glaucoma, according to the meaning, there are a lot of contributing factors. So to me, with the research I did, I noticed that this is also a factor. Because if you're not treating something and you leave it untreated, definitely there will be other bacteria and other things that, as he said, is hereditary. You understand? But if you are treating it, I don't think it will escalate to another level. You understand? So I believe self-awareness is very, very important. And when you have that self-awareness, it helps you and prevents you to a lot of things. Yeah.
Right. Eric, let me come to you again. When you realized that this was your condition, definitely you told your family. How's the support been like?
From the beginning, they are they support from the beginning. But, doctor something. When you had glaucoma, if you don't have money, treating it is very, very difficult. And it gets to a point, they are all tired of you. So they will leave you, Charlie. This thing, they can't handle it anymore. So you have to find your own means to support yourself. So it gets to a point, I was not getting that help that they're supposed to give me. So it became very, very frustrating.
I remember when I worked at the Manual Eye Clinic before. An 18-year-old girl came to me. One eye was gone. And I told her, you need surgery. I said, oh, no. I said, if you don't do surgery, I can't take care of you. And because there's no need for me to prescribe medicine for you, and your pressure is going, and the pressure was already high. So I told her, you need surgery. And then I explained it to her, and she did it. And guess what? After about 20 years, I met her. She was still working. She was still seeing with that eye. And when I checked, the pressures were still okay. So imagine she didn't do surgery at the beginning. Like Eric said, the economic burden is a lot. So if you are not seeing well, you cannot work.
Yeah.
And you are not getting money.
Yes.
And the family, like I said, they'll become tired of you every day, medicine. And unfortunately, the price of the medication too keeps going up. So that's how it is. So get diagnosed and then get the right treatment, and then you'll be okay. And that's how it is. So that's times, I remember I worked with one professor when I was at the military hospital, and we saw a patient coming from the village. And one eye, it was not going yet, but it was very bad. And then the other eye was normal. And we wanted to do surgery. And the professor said, oh, we go for the bad eye. I said, no, this is European standard. Africa, we don't go for the bad eye. We go for the good eye. Why? Because if you operate the bad eye, now when we do surgery for you for glaucoma, it's not going to improve your vision. If you come and your vision is low and we do surgery for you, your vision will not improve. It will remain the same. The essence of the treatment, whether drops or surgery, is to keep the eye where it is so that it doesn't become worse. So imagine that somebody doesn't see well in one eye and he sees well in the better eye, and you did a bad eye for him and he still sees the same way. What will happen? When he goes, he will never come back again. That eye will go, and then he'll be afraid to touch this one, and you say, I'd rather remain like this. He will come back, that what is God. So I told the professor, he was a professor. I told me, I trained in Germany, so I told him, no, here is Africa. We are going for the better eye. That's what we are going to do. And I explained it to the person, we explained, and then we did the surgery. Guess what? After 2 years, he came back, and the worst eye was gone. But because we had operated the better eye, he was still seeing, and the pressure was still okay. So you see, such a person is coming from the village. If you started treating him on drops, 5 years, 4 years down the line, he will become blind. So
right.
it's very important.
Eric, so you're saying that the family got tired. I'm wondering, how have you been surviving since that time?
Actually, I came across Best Glaucoma Foundation, and she's been supportive from time to time. She talked to me, she counseled me, she did a lot of things to me that is very, very helpful. But as for the family, it's really, really difficult. One of my auntie who wanted to help me, unfortunately, she passed on after 2 years. So having glaucoma and family issues is really, really difficult for me as a person. So me sitting here today, I want to encourage people that, excuse me, when you had glaucoma, just calm down, focus on your doctor. Don't rush to one hospital to another so that you add more problem to it, and talk to people who actually know, like Best Glaucoma Foundation. They are out there. You can talk to them. They will come to your aid. Like the way they support when you don't have money for medicine or surgery or those things, they will come in and help you. They are the family. So that's what I would say in terms of that.
Now, I'm interested, your feeding, going up and down. How do you manage that? How are you surviving?
I say it's God. It's God. Yeah. It's God. At times, where I am today, at times I wonder how I got there, because no family is supporting. but God knows how he does his thing. So at times I'll call Madam Rebecca or some lawyer friends. They support. There's a friend out there that will feel your pain, but the family close, she or he is already tired of you. So when you call, even most of them have even blocked my phone number.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't pick my calls. Yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
That's really, really sad. I'm so sorry to hear this. But Becky, what was that feeling? What was that push after hearing Eric's story that made you decide that I'm going to take you under my umbrella and I'm going to support you?
As for the question again, as I said, I'm on the field. So I realized that a lot of people who are being diagnosed with glaucoma, their family reject them. So we did a skit with him. It's on our YouTube. You can go there and watch it. It's sad. They think they are not part of us. Please, let's treat them as our own. Doesn't mean that's the end of their life. As I said, he's so creative. He can sing. He's so good.
Oh, then Eric, you sing before.
Yes, Eric is very good.
Oh no, we need to see the talent beyond the conditions.
And as I said, it's very difficult. Now, he's told me, Madam Rebecca, I don't want to be useless. I want to go to school. So now he has enrolled himself with the help of my foundation. Now he's in school.
Great.
And please, we are pleading to you. The tax is huge. Eric really needs help. So we'll be very grateful. We'll put our Momo numbers there to support us so that Eric can complete his education. As he's saying, he's being rejected. And we have taken him on board because we believe in the future and the talent that he has. And he's going to help Ghana at the end of the day. So please, if you are hearing us and you want to be supportive to Best Glaucoma Foundation Ghana, please do and send your token so that we can keep on supporting Eric. And not just Eric, and others like Eric's situation as well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Doc, before we're just wrapping up, but is there any specific lifestyle that we can do, or basically what can we do to protect our eyes from getting into that condition?
Early screening.
Okay.
Early detection. So, like I said, Ghana, we have the highest prevalence in Africa. So once you're a Ghanaian, once you are 20 years, you have to check your eye. That's all. It's only by checking. And checking the eye is not difficult. When you check it, there are some people, like she said, anytime she checks her eye, she's told she's glaucoma suspect. So sometimes there are some changes on the eye which will make us be able to make the diagnosis of glaucoma. But sometimes the margins are not very clear.
Okay.
And that's where I will then bring the caution here. Glaucoma is not just about the pressure on the eye.
Okay.
No. Sometimes some people can have normal pressure and still have glaucoma.
Wow.
So that's where the ophthalmologists will come in. So we have what we call normal tension glaucoma. So glaucoma is about how your pressure is affecting your nerve. So sometimes we say normal pressure between 10 and 22. Somebody can have a pressure of 20 and still have glaucoma. This is because that pressure of 20 is too high for the person's nerve. The person's nerve cannot carry that pressure. So even though it's 20 and it's within, inverted commas, normal, we still have to reduce it further. There are some people who have pressures of 25, but they don't have glaucoma because when you monitor that pressure over a period of time, it does not damage the nerve. So they are also glaucoma suspects. Sometimes we call them ocular hypertension. But any of such, when you are told glaucoma suspect or ocular hypertension, you need a follow-up because sometimes it changes from being a suspect to the real thing, and then you will have to be managed.
And can it move from being a suspect to no suspect?
Yes, why not? You can be a suspect all your life without getting glaucoma.
Okay.
So you can be a suspect all your life, but you need the follow-up. It's very, very important. So once in a while you go, we check the pressure. There are tests we do. The test also helps us, but it's not just the test. Now sometimes somebody can do a test and have some defects on it, but it doesn't mean it's glaucoma because there are other factors in the eye, other diseases in the eye.
Okay.
Yes. Like someone came to me yesterday. He almost behaved like Eric, but somebody, it's the grace of God which brought him because he was having glaucoma. One eye was gone already. Then all of a sudden, the other eye, the vision reduced. and he was going to a clinic, and he thought that maybe the clinic was not treating him well. So he left and went to a herbal clinic, and he was being taken care of until somebody advised him, and then he came. Then he himself saw that since he started going to the herbal clinic, things were not getting better. That's when he decided that he was going to also look for another opinion in a clinic. And when he came, his glaucoma was okay. His pressures were controlled, but now he had bleeding in the eye from something else, what we call branch retinal vein occlusion, which must be managed. And then when it's managed well, he could keep his vision, or even his vision could improve. So because he thought the vision has changed, he decided to change the clinic and go herbal. If he had stayed there for a long time, he would have become blind. But thank God that we are managing now.
Okay, so early detection can go a long way to help you to keep your eyes safe, or better still, manage it if it happens that you are diagnosed with glaucoma. But we're wrapping up ASAP. And so this is a perfect time for you, Becky, to give us all the information, everything we need to know about your event on 13th March.
So coming on the 30th of March at Accra College of Education, where we'll be having a health talk seminar in commemoration of the World Glaucoma Week. We invite you here, seated here, so you can come for the flyers.
So don't worry, you give it to me. I'll share with all of them.
All right,
after.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So come with your loved ones. Come and pay a token to check how your sites are faring. And also support our glaucoma outreach project, where we are visiting deprived communities that don't have access to eye care facility, because we believe that Ghana needs the human resource to develop a nation. And if our human resource have been affected with glaucoma, in the next 20 years to come, you are our next future to come, and you're affected with glaucoma, how are you going to manage our economy for us? How do you want to see that beautiful future you want to see as a lawyer, as a farmer, as a pastor, as a president? So it's a wake-up call to you all. So you can support this initiative on 055 91 01 741. Or you can reach me on 057 27 28 27 3. 057 28 27 27 3. And our social media handles are Bex Glaucoma Foundation Ghana, TikTok, Best Glaucoma GH11, and our YouTube channel, Best Glaucoma GH. Support us so that we can continue the good work that we are doing for Eric, and so that in the next few years to come, won't you be happy to see Eric as a graduate? Yeah, so all of you, let's join hands and put that smile on Eric's face, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so glad that we had this conversation, actually, where we're so thankful. And to you watching us at home, I hope that you've learned something about glaucoma. Okay, quickly.
Okay. So as you are shown on the screen, World Glaucoma Week is next week from 8th to 14th. So during this week, most of our clinics will be doing free eye screening.
Okay.
So you could walk into any of the regional hospitals, or even I work with Jerome Eye Clinic.
Okay.
You can come there. It's a free screening week for glaucoma, where you will not be charged anything, so that you will be able to know whether you have glaucoma or not.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much to our guests for giving us all the insights, everything we need to know about glaucoma. Remember, early detection will go a long, long way.